Hi, Ray. That's an interesting question. So I decided I would use Loom to give you an answer that's a bit more complete than what I could do on Twitter. I'll delete this after a couple of days. Here we go. In order to be agile, your processes and flows must be smooth and repeatable. Please tell me, my basic idea of agility involves smooth, repeatable processes. So I thought about this last night. I was going to answer last night, but this morning it kind of solidified actually that I would actually take a position that repeatable processes inhibit agility. So rather than facilitating, it's the opposite. And I'll do this. Let's do a thought experiment, maybe some theory, and then some history and some order. So thought experiment, we get 6 people together. They maybe haven't met each other before. Maybe 2 people have worked together. Kind of a ordinary situation. We're going to give them a project. It's only going to be 4 or 5 months. So they can't use a repeatable process because they haven't met before. They don't have a repeatable process to use. But they sit in the same room and they talk to each other and they call up the clients or the users and they do user interviews, and they prototype stuff and they show things to their users, right? And let's just say for the sake of argument, they run 1 week cycles. So every Friday or Monday, they talk about what they want to do differently, do same. They check what they're doing, right? Right? So that's agile. That's going to be an agile group. There's not the slightest element of repeatable inside of there, right? That's the first thing. Smooth or not smooth, maybe they get along, maybe they don't get along, maybe it's bumpy, maybe they screw up, maybe they hired the wrong people, maybe they get in a new person. There's nothing smooth about creativity, right? So that's the thought experiment that says that agility for sure doesn't require repeatability. Now I'm going to take it the opposite and say not only that, but the quest for repeatability inhibits agility. And here the history part is the whole CMM got started off in whenever that was, in the 80s, late 80s, in a quest for repeatability, a quest for predictability and repeatability. The whole idea of the CMM model in the 90s was that the quest for that repeatability that you're after. And you were only really allowed to start messing around and experimenting when you hit CMM level 5, which to me was backwards. You should put experimentation, at level 2, right at the very base. You should be doing reflective improvement all the time. But that meant that they got more document bound as they went up the ladder. And I visited a CMMI level 5 organization once in the early 2000s in Denmark, and scared the bejeebers out of them because I said, okay, you finally got to level 5. Now you can start throwing stuff out. Like you've only been adding stuff up to level 5. Now learn to throw stuff out. So the innovation, the agility only came after they hit level 5. In fact, if you're going to do reflective improvement and change your processes every week or every month or whenever your cycle is, you're exactly not going to have a repeatable process. So the quest for repeatability inhibits the appetite for experimentation. At the theoretical level, that's the thing, is that if your quest is for repeatability, that's going to inhibit the quest for the appetite for experimentation, because agility, you're going to want to keep getting more efficient, trying new things out, see works better. And the other part is that to be agile only means that that you're talking together, you're talking to the client, you're getting feedback, you're changing your process, you're changing your design, you're maybe changing your requirements. All of that inhibits repeatability. And if you take a new group of people, they can be totally agile and not have anything repeatable whatsoever. So there we go. I can't leave this up for long because I have limited Loom storage here, but I'll leave it up for a little bit. You can see why I didn't try to tweet that.